It's the late 90s. Madonna just had her daughter.
Otherwise known as Lourdes Maria.
She's entering her reflective, spiritually curious, post-Virgo moon phase.
I'm a Virgo moon. I like things scheduled.
She's starting to work on what would become Ray of Light. But the sound she's after, it's still out of reach because she's yet to work with William Orbit yet. One night she hears a track, Children by Robert Miles. Hypnotic dream music, piano trance, music that sounds like it's made from inside a spiritual awakening. Perfect. Then she hears Fable. Then she hears the entire Dreamland album. So her team reaches out to him again and again. Finally, Robert Miles responds, and it's a no. Not a cute thanks but no thanks kind of no. Don't ever call me again kind of no. The result, a Madonna demo called Revenge. One petty queen? Maybe. Or maybe that's why it never got released. But now, on July 25th, we're getting Veronica Electronica, the long-rumored remix album from the Ray of Light period. And tucked at the end is a song called Gone, Gone, Gone. Or maybe Here, 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 because it was the only demo that was here. Because the most memorable thing about Veronica Electronica is not Veronica Electronica. It's not the remixes, it's the demos. Because these demos have so many stories to tell, including lawsuits, drama. We have a lot to go over, and I went down a rabbit hole. We'll get to the demos, but let's start with the remix. So, Veronica Electronica is finally being released unto the world. A mere 27 years after it was whispered about in the basement of the Kabbalah Center.
There's a lot of bubbly bits.
Locked in goodness.
Allegedly. The name Veronica Electronica was once considered as the Ray of Light album title.
You're thinking of calling it Veronica Electronica.
Surely you'll think about that twice.
That is one of my middle names. But you didn't know that. A little bit of
Veronica?
trivia.
Veronica Electronica, it sounds like a medieval saint who DJs on Thursdays. And I respect that. And it was medieval, at least that's what Madonna said, hence the character in the Frozen video. The remix album was actually meant to go alongside Ray of Light because it's rumored that the label didn't know what to do with the record and didn't have much belief in it. They thought it was too dance to be pop and too pop to be dance. They didn't think people would be lining up for ambient, ethereal, trance mom energy. So they prepped a remix album, but then Ray of Light and its singles took off. And then the remix record got shelved. As of filming, they have released one song from this, and that's the Skin remix, one of the strongest deep cuts on Ray of Light. If you've never heard it,
Wasn't it?
Okay, go back. Skin is just begging to be a single. And by the way, what is your vote? If you had a time machine and you can go back and release any of Ray of Light's cuts, what song would you like as a single and a video? I'll tell you my vote when we get to it. But this collaboration remix edit, what do you guys think of it?
I know you from somewhere. Why do all the things I say sound like the stupid things I've said?
To be fair, I really don't know how to dance to this kind of music, so that's a flaw of mine. But this track is just not for me. I don't know how to even dance to it. It leans into that fast, trance, BPM over emotion style, and if that's your thing, amazing. Go dance till you sweat in your favorite warehouse. I'm a vocal house girly. That's why Madonna's dance music usually really does it for me. I want lyrics. I don't want a dun 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 forever and ever. But I'm still holding out hope because there's some very promising remixers on this project. You know, Madonna has long been a tastemaker and a introducer of DJs. On Veronica Electronica, Madonna pulled in actual club legends. Let's do a little look-see at these remixes. So first there's Sasha and BT, who remix Drowned World and Ray of Light.
That I can try. No Ferris wheel, no heart to spy that I can find. Substitute for love.
Both were pioneers before trance had a name. BT especially had some really great songs and production credits. I mean, remember? It's a good song. Peter Rauhofer, I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly.
I am the diva.
He was a DJ who turned diva vocals into weaponized gay awakenings. He remixed Skin and Nothing Really Matters. He did pass away, so RIP to a real one. Victor Calderone, who handled Sky Fits Heaven, which, by the way, Sky Fits Heaven is my pick for a song I think could have been a really good single and video. In this version, picture tribal house at 3 a.m., sweaty walls and someone whispering, "You're okay, sis. You're safe here," while bass pulses through your ribcage. Fabien Waltmann, who did Power of Goodbye, another great song.
This spell's been broken. I love you so. There's no greater power than the power of goodbye.
Spiritual melancholy meets post-rave nap vibes. And of course, William Orbit, who's not listed as a remixer, but he's also the co-architect of Ray of Light. He's more like Madonna's ambient fairy godfather. Let's slip into the land of the unfinished. Or the demos. The glittering embryonic fragments of what could have been. So let's start with the one demo that actually made it onto the album, and that's Gone, 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 or Here, 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 because it is. It's the only one that made it.
No more emotional violence. Is this love? I think not. This love affair is over. Gone, gone, gone.
It's classic, moody Madonna, a loopy beat, a whispered lyric, a late-night confession that may or may not have been written while burning incense in GarageBand. And look, I respect it. But it's giving demo and not a very far along one at that. It kind of sounds like a loop that Madonna sang over. They put some pads on it and then called it a day and never came back to it. Maybe it could be more if they'd worked on it longer. It's not a song you dance to, it's a song you dissolve to. Is it finished? Not really. Is it perfect? No. But I do like it. It's just not my favorite of the demos. Speaking of revenge, let's do that next. Now for the petty masterpiece known as Revenge. So the legend is Madonna wanted to collaborate with Robert Miles, Mr. Children, Mr. Fable, but he said no, not kindly, not gently. He slammed the door with full Euros DJ energy. And this tweet was how I got this information. It's from the co-producer, I think it's Black Fraz or Black Fraz, from a removed Twitter post from Greg Fitzgerald, co-producer of Revenge. Madonna was rather taken with Robert Miles' sound, and she was keen on collaborating with him. However, he declined her offer. He did so in a rather rude and graceless manner, mind you.
In response, we went into the studio crafting a few tracks inspired by his style just for the sake of it. As it happened, it was my daughter's birthday. Madonna absolutely adores her, and we were surrounded by an abundance of cakes. So there we were, Madonna, myself, and a delicious sense of vengeance against Robert Miles. One of the tracks was fittingly titled Revenge. And they apparently worked on 3 tracks together.
So Madonna did what any diva would do. She lit a candle, ate some cake. She went into the studio to manifest vengeance through scents. The result is Revenge.
There is no such thing as revenge. You will not give as good as you got. There is no such thing as an eye for an eye. If you think you're the giver, you're not. There is no such thing as regret. There is no point in placing the blame. Hate destroys the one who hates, and everyone suffers the same. What you see is not necessarily what you get. Eyes are the window to the soul. Take your judgments and let them go.
Let them go.
Love and respect.
Like a prayer? More like and subscribe and share. Yes, you can share a Madonna video. It's the thing that will help this video the most. So actually both Revenge and Gone 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 have mixed reviews from fans. Case in point, let me read you this post that was on a Madonna board.
Gone, Gone, Gone and Revenge are not very good songs. Thank God they didn't make the cut. And this person thought would probably have been superfluous on Ray of Light, and it's not very good anyway. And then they felt that it would have thrown the balance off.
Yeah, you see, this is the thing about demos. It is great to see artists' frame of mind and their process, but the thing is most people don't know what to listen to when they listen to demos. They don't know the difference between songwriting and production, and most of the songs on Ray of Light went through so many iterations, and despite having some cliched lyrics, I really think Revenge had a lot of possibility and could have really been a good song. Maybe not on Ray of Light, because it doesn't really fit in with the spiritual theme of Ray of Light, but a good song nonetheless.
To give you an example, since we've been listening to Skin, let's listen to the demo version.
You've got this thing. Why do you leave me wanting more? Why do all the things I say sound like the stupid things I've said before?
Imagine if Madonna stopped here and released this version, or really any of the early versions of these songs. Ray of Light would not be the classic that it is today. I would be mortified if anybody ever heard my demos. And honestly, wait till you hear the early version of Ray of Light for that matter. We'll get to it.
The next song is Like a Flower, and Like a Flower is a fan favorite, and it's easy to see why.
There's a hole in my heart, no one else can fill it. There's a song that I hear, no one can erase. Why would I want them to? I'm still looking back at you. You'll always be a part of me, like a flower you grow.
It's soft, it's vulnerable, almost too pretty for its own good. It was originally built from a demo called You'll Stay, eventually morphed into Mi Abbandano a Ti by Laura Pausini. Mi Abbandano a Ti by Laura Pausini. That's me, the queen of Italian accents. Madonna clearly loved this song because it went through several iterations, but it didn't quite match the icy, neon, spiritual glow of Ray of Light. But if you've ever wandered into a garden and burst into tears for no reason, this one's for you.
Don't cry! You'll rust yourself again!
Now let's talk about some of the demos of the songs that were on Ray of Light, which have some of the most interesting surprises. I mean, because Ray of Light could have had an alternate title of lawsuits. It had a lawsuit for Ray of Light the song, for Ray of Light the video, and for Frozen, and probably others I'm forgetting. In the case of Ray of Light the song, which was originally titled Zephyr, did you know Ray of Light was basically a cover? The melody came from a song called Zephyrin by Curtis Muldoon. Christine Leach, Curtis Muldoon's niece, recorded a version with William Orbit. Madonna tweaked the lyrics, and then boom, spiritual club anthem. Later, Curtis would hear it on the radio and go, I know that song. Cue the lawsuit. Then cue the settlement, because Curtis Muldoon actually really liked what Madonna had done to the song, so it really was in his best interest to settle. Cue a very ahead of the time long songwriting credit, which is very common today. And yes, so now they are all on the song Spiritual Growth, legally mediated. Then there was the demo for Frozen, or another lawsuit. In 2005, Salvatore Acquaviva, he won a plagiarism lawsuit against Madonna, claiming her song Frozen copied elements of his song.
How can life be what you want it to be?
So Frozen was banned in Belgium for 9 years. In 2014, it was overturned in an appeal, and so now Belgians can listen to it. Do we have any Belgians in my audience? I've been to Belgium, by the way. I've been to Bruges. Oh, wait a minute. Guy Ritchie did a movie about Bruges, right? There we go with the Madonna connection. Okay, let's talk about the demo for Swim, featuring a mermaid ghostwriter. Swim is one of the most haunting tracks on Ray of Light, but it started as a demo called The Other Side by Susanna Melvoin. Yes, Susanna Melvoin of Prince Family fame. Madonna kept the instrumental, rewrote the lyrics, and gave us a track that feels like drowning in catharsis and then getting baptized in your own tears. Melvoin's version, and that's why I love demos. You get to hear the shadows behind the songs. So, okay, and then there's a few other demos you should know about. We'll go over them real quick. There's Be Careful, a duet Madonna did with Ricky Martin.
Be careful with my heart, you could break it.
So 1999, it might legally require body glitter. And it was on Ricky Martin's album. There's Never Love a Stranger. Sounds like Tika Bow's little sister.
Love at first sight only makes you First you lose your senses, then you drop your self-defenses in time. Never love a stranger. Never put your heart in danger.
Sounds so much like Take a Bow, it's shocking that it didn't come from the bedtime stories era. There's Throb the Oceans. Yes, that's the title, an early version of Drowned World. And then there's also Found World, which is yet another version of Drowned World. And that came from William Orbit. Basically less drowning, more mood lighting. Then there's Has to Be, which apparently had to be because it was released on a lot of the international versions, including the Japanese version. Feels like walking through snow with your therapist, who's also a choir of angels. So, what are your final thoughts? What's your favorite demo from this period? Look, I know some fans say that these demos are not Ray of Light level. And yeah, because they're not finished. Demos are rough sketches, voice memos from the divine, scratched Polaroids of someone mid-transformation. They don't always slap, but they shimmer. At least these ones did, in my opinion. And sometimes that's more than enough. Would you guys like to see me do more Madonna demo eras? Or even a reacumentary of one of her albums? I've always wanted to do that. Let me know. If you'd like to see another video, there'll be one right here. Or you can check out my reacumentary playlist right here. Or you can subscribe to me right here if you feel so inclined. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, and I hope I get to see you next time. Popcorn Philosopher over and out.